So here we are, our longest serving staff member in the UAE. That is since we got our licence, Tasmeen. 3 years, 4 positions. Tell me, what's the journey been like to get to Sparkle?
Honestly, Facebook is what introduced me to Sparkle. Somebody sent me the job advert. I think it was admin. I think I'd originally applied for. Funnily enough, I think everything that I do has elements of admin to it. But I was honestly shocked that I was able to find something of this type of role in Dubai. I think I'd come to Dubai with a sort of a mindset that this sort of thing, the giving back, wanting to be a part of something bigger, didn't really exist here in terms of charity. And then someone sent me a screenshot from Facebook about Sparkle, and then I Googled you, obviously, and I was blown away. I stalked you on Instagram, I think, for so long. I don't want a pay rise. No, and I was blown away, honestly, by everything that I was seeing, and I thought, let me just give it a shot. I hadn't worked for a few years, had an extended maternity after having Lila, so I thought, let's give it a go. And after a couple of strange interviews, I think probably the strangest interviews I've ever had, I think one of them you were in a car.
So professional.
It was, I mean, I think it was just introduction to Sparkle. But no, it was so interesting from the get-go. I think I started as part-time technically and quickly realised that it's not just about a job, it's your life. You're doing it because it's part of your passion, it's what drives you, it motivates you to be there, to be present, to keep going. And that's why going from part-time to full-time technically it didn't matter, because I was so invested in what we were doing. I was so sold by your story. You know, I know that we always talk about, you know, we want to try and make sure that Sparkle is beyond you as well, that, you know, we are out there, but there is so much about you in Sparkle. Yeah, I don't know, it was something special from the beginning.
Okay, thank you. Swiftly moving on. I don't like talking about myself. So, but 3 years, seriously, it is a lifestyle choice. You are a mum of a wonderful 5-year-old daughter. How do you manage juggling Sparkle, being a mum, being a wife, and any form of personal life in between?
Well, I mean, it's hard, you know. I think that balance for any role, whichever industry you're in, it's hard. I think the beauty of Sparkle is that I do have the flexibility. I can do the school run. I can go to the graduation ceremony. I can't believe she's 5 and graduating for the second time to get to year 1. But it's funny that everything has become about Sparkle in many ways. I've got different bits of stock that I've been looking after in my car. I've got a banner in my car. But everyone's a part of it, even Kasim, my husband. He was part of the gala last year. He's always there, you know, from the back, kind of cheering me on, encouraging me, giving me ideas. He's even been pointing out potential gala venues and things that we can do to get Sparkle involved into different companies. Even Lila herself, she's made a laptop out of paper. I don't know if I told you this. She made a laptop out of paper and she said she's going to use it to help Sparkle so she can help me. Aww. I think it's difficult when, obviously she's 5, she doesn't quite realise that it's a full-time job and I do need to be doing things. So when I'm working from home, it's not just you know, I can play with you all the time, because, you know, there's things to be done. There is a flexibility, but work is work at the end of the day. But I think as she's sort of realising that it's more than just a job, it's actually who we're helping, why we're helping them, what the need is, the parallels between her and another child in Malawi. When I went to Malawi, I saw the kids there, they're similar age to Lila. I saw them and her as the same. So then when it comes to those opportunities that I want for Lila, it really meant even more then for me to then be able to explain to her and to teach her about why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm not there to play, but it's okay because actually there's a greater purpose there as well.
You're not meant to knock and you're not meant to come in there. But this is this is real life childcare on the job. Come on, what have you got to say? That's so important. Sorry, you've come to say nothing. You've just interrupted the podcast and you've got nothing to say. You need the toilet. Auntie Lona. Go on, Auntie Lona will take you to the toilet.
Yeah.
When colleagues become aunties.
Okay.
No, okay, when colleagues become aunties.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
They do. Well, you.
It's called the Sparkle family for
I think that's Sparkle family for a reason.
Well, you are Auntie Sarah.
Yeah, exactly. So.
You know.
Okay, so something you've pointed out very valid there, work-life balance, but also at home, trying to navigate being a mom and also trying to work. You are now General Manager of Sparkle, managing all of our wonderful staff members, volunteers and everything else in between. What would you say about office space, about working environment, working culture that you're trying to provide at the organisation?
Well, working in the charity sector, there's pressure. You know, there's so many different things going on. There's so many people that we're meeting. It could be partners, it could be volunteers, it could be donors. Having that space that we can actually have them there, help them be a part of what we're doing, and keeping the team morale up. I think anybody, wherever they work, the environment around them is so important. You want it to be collaborative. You want it to be almost peaceful in some ways when you can have that separate space that you can go to. Completely lost my train of thought. What's the question again?
About office space.
Office space, yeah.
So why is it important to have a place for our employees and our volunteers to meet?
It's really important to have a sense of belonging, somewhere that we can come together, be a team, have the conversations, have the time to be able to then to also take yourself to the side, get things done that you need to. Sparkle's such a family, and there's volunteers that come along, and there'll be the staff members that, you know, that will come from other countries sometimes. We've actually currently got an intern in the office at the moment, and for him to be able to appreciate Sparkle, what we do, how we work together as a team, it's so important for him, even when he then progresses to his next role or wherever his next journey takes him, that learning of that dynamic, what it's like in an office, it's really important.
Yeah, so my 10 years of working on our kitchen table or bringing people into the house is no longer. This is our plug of why office space is really important. And it's hard because it's not an overhead that obviously as a charity that we feel is the right thing to do, especially when we look around and see so many empty buildings that even if someone's in between rental or there's something happening of could they just lend us that for Sparkle? So this is our plug in case anyone's watching here that has got that. And why would you want Sparkle in your office?
We're in a wonderful bunch. We bring the snacks, we bring the laughter, we bring the joy. We like to share our stories, we like to share our experiences, we like to get everyone on board, collaborate. You know, minds that come together, they really do. They do produce the best things, actually. So there's so much that we can do together. I know
all the things that AI can't bring into your office.
It cannot.
Real people with real stories.
It cannot. And it's just, I think, again, anything that we're doing, whenever we're trying to find that purpose, doing that together when you found like-minded people that are all working towards the same goal, but being able to bring everyone along for the journey, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And that's, you see our volunteers and actually the impression that it makes on them. They love being in our office. I think there was also a volunteer that said to you, you know, this was the best office environment that she'd ever been into, and it was so warm and welcoming, and it's not like a standard office. But, you know, for donors, when we're explaining that we, you know, overheads going towards office space, we can't justify it. We already get questions around actually how much goes towards admin. You know, it costs to run a business. I know it's a charity, but it's still a business. There's still overheads. So it's got to happen some way or another. So why not do it with us, you know, collaborate, and, you know, we'll just be stronger together. So how has it been for you going from your kitchen table to having dedicated office space almost being designed for you in the garden concept?
Life-changing, honestly, to have that difference of being at home and home being home, and then being able to have a place to work, number one. Two, obviously, we've been in the garden concept. It's been great to be there for the last 18 months. We're devastated, obviously, that's coming to an end, but we understand the nature of the business is changing, evolving, and they've got more people, which is great for them, but we've also got more people. We need a bigger space, we've got bigger dreams, and I think we've seen between 10 to 15 people a week coming through our doors. It's been great. We've been able to do joint events. We've used the space to be able to bring people together all around purpose. And for me, it's been a win-win situation. More people are seeing their things. More people are coming into our office because there's a place to go. And in general, I think we've been able to bring that sense of purpose into what already is an amazing space. And I'm excited to see where it may lead and where is our next journey really going to take us, because we're growing, our dreams are growing, we're going to have more people, and we need a space that can occupy us all. So who knows?
Who's going to take us? So obviously we found Garden Concept through a paddle game that you were playing. So what kind of positive feedback have you had from the Garden Concept about having us there?
Increased footfall. We're getting 10 to 15 volunteers a week just passing through our office, so more people are coming in to see Sparkle and then seeing things around the shop as well. Collaborative events, finding purpose in the workplace. We've done lots of joint events together. Their staff members certainly feel excited and enthused when they get to take part in our events. And I think that sense of purpose, we've certainly brought that into the workplace in all different areas. I mean, you only have to come into our office, see the pictures, see the TV, the movies, the stories, and it's very much there. And I think most companies in Dubai are searching for that, and it gives everyone that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah.
So, Tasmeen,
Yes.
you've obviously been on a journey, 4 job titles in 3 years. What would you say your 3 biggest highlights have been of the role?
I think being able to be a part of a gala event, I think before being part of Sparkle, I would have never been part of something like this, but to be able to contribute to and lead the success of a gala, that was really something. And 2023 in particular was a really big one for me, 2024 as well. So 2025, let's see what happens. I think the number 2, trip to Malawi, that was possibly one of the best trips I've ever been on. It was far too short. I can't wait to go back. But being able to go there, being able to see the kids, being able to see the rest of the team, be with them, it just gave so much more meaning to what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then 3rd, I would say a highlight would be being able to show my daughter the impact that people can make, the contributions that can be made no matter how old you are. You know, she went to school, they were doing a fundraising event for Sparkle. She was so proud to be a part of it, and she saw on the TV, they had the video of the kids in Malawi and the different operations that we've got there, and she was so happy that she was able to actually contribute to that, being able to pass that on to her, that feeling of giving back, that making a positive impact in the world. That's been such a big highlight for me.
In your professional career, obviously for me sitting here as your manager, I've seen you evolve. What would you say kind of some big wins have been for you as a person? The shy admin support that came in on day 1 to now the general manager of the team who's out speaking and flying the Sparkle flag. How does that feel for you?
It's incredible. I feel like I found my voice. I can go to a room, I can present, I can talk about Sparkle. I'm not worried about doing things now. I think going into it thinking, oh, I'm not sure how to do this, or I've not come across this before, I don't understand this regulation. No more. I'm not worried about that anymore. I've got that confidence in me now that I'll work it out and I can find the different avenues and all of that. Small things, seemingly small things, it makes such a big difference. It doesn't scare me anymore, and I think that's a big thing.
And has that had an impact on you personally as well as professionally?
I think so, because it's like Sparkle, it's not just professional, you know, it's also personal. Everything that we do is personal, so all of these skills that you're developing, it's so applicable to life. They're all transferable skills that it goes across everything that I'm doing.
We say that no day is ever the same at Sparkle. We're obviously trying to evolve and change the narrative of the charity sector to be more corporate-like. What would you say from your experience it's been like working for a charity that has got a business mindset and is constantly trying to push you?
It can be uncomfortable at times because it pushes you out of your comfort zone. There's no opportunity to slow it down and say, oh, I'm going to do it at my pace, because donors won't wait, partners won't wait, and actually the operations that we're supporting in Malawi, that's not going to wait. These are real life issues that are happening and we need to act. But the beauty of Sparkle is the encouragement that you get, the skills that you're taught, the sometimes feeling like you've been thrown into the deep end, but you come out of it and you've flourished and you've been able to use those skills not just in your professional life but in your personal life as well, and the transferable skills, so it's always a positive. So for me personally, having taken an extended maternity, joining Sparkle was the best thing that I did. I found the purpose, I was nurtured, there were skills that I had that were underlying that weren't really seen before, that I hadn't really brought out, but I was encouraged to get that. I'm so excited to see where this journey's going to take me next. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else, and I really think that anybody that wants to get involved, they really should just get in touch. What has kept you going all these years?
God can only be, literally. Yeah, I think started off easy. Ease me in there, Tasmeen. Thank you so much.
Hard-hitting questions.
I think the life-saving operation that everyone knows I had, I think reaching 10 years of Sparkle this year, the guilt, truthfully, that I'd carried, when I looked around and I saw the fourth site and I saw what we were doing, there was a moment where I felt, actually, I've repaid the debt that I owe to the country. Like, no one ever asked me to, but I know the impact we've now made, and I think if I wanted to walk away now, I probably could, because I know that the impact has been made, the difference is there, and Sparkle is operating. But I think with any type of personality that is like mine, it's like, so what's next? What now? What more can we do? And that motivation, that drive, and my faith is what's keeping me going each and every day, because it is not easy. You've seen it, you've lived it, we've walked it, but I just keep getting back up.
Is it one thing that you would do differently?
I think I would have prioritised myself a bit sooner, to be honest with you, because I think you can't pour from an empty cup, and the reality is I have not probably been the best version of myself for 50% of the journey, because I've either been under pressure, been trying to juggle far too many tasks, and I think you realise only as you mature in your career that they say being a jack of all trades isn't necessarily the best way to be. Surround yourself with people that are better than you, and hence now why I've got a team around me that are better, we're thriving, and it's finally enabled me to be the person that I know I'm capable of being, and the skill sets that I've got that I can actually bring to make the organisation better. So if I'd learnt that lesson a bit sooner, my life would have been easier. That being said, I can now advise people and tell people what not to do, which again is a lesson learnt.
And where do you see my role going?
Truthfully, if you look at the two of us, you've got a skill set that I don't have. I don't have the patience. I don't want to hear about another HR issue. I don't want to hear about more admin, like legal, everything else. My burning desire and passion is to go out, to pitch and sell Sparkle, network, and do everything else. You have got that personality. Everyone loves you. Everyone, you put your arm around them, tell them it's all going to be okay. You can carry the people, and for me, we need the people to be able to deliver the operation. So is growing that team. What's to say it's just going to be the UAE? We've got obviously our US license. Where can you stretch it? How many more people can we get in the team and volunteers? Well, I go and fly the Sparkle flag, getting the money, you manage the people, and then we've got Gertrude over in Malawi handling the operation. So, keep going, that's all I can say.
So, Gala 2025, how are you feeling?
I can't believe it's that time of year again.
Yeah.
It was our biggest one yet last year, and I thought, we can't go bigger, we can't go better. And then my mind exploded. Sarah, Failing and Hamid and yourself came to me with ideas, and we're now back. I feel pressure that the expectation is so high. This whole Met Gala of the Middle East started as a bit of a joke, and now it's like, no, the expectation is there.
Well, so did the million dirhams. Yeah. Where did we get that from?
And I don't think, everyone says when you do it time and time again, it just becomes easier. No. It does become easier because we know what we're doing, but the size of the challenge changes every time, which means what we have to put in also does. So I'm ready as you can be. Dubai, anyone watching this, please reply sooner. Please get your menu choices in sooner. Don't leave it to the last week.
Please don't tell me on the day which table you want to sit on, because it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work.
To anyone in the events industry, I've got a new level of respect for you, because that lastminute.com, I tell you what, I'm now RSVPing as soon as I get an invite,
so
because I feel bad on the other side of those people. But I'm excited. Cool new venue, really cool. Something a bit different. I don't know how my role is going to evolve in terms of either the pre-event or the arrival. I won't say any more.
Get your parachute ready.
Someone will be able to read into that, but let's see. And gala dress shopping again, diet again. I'll enjoy the summer, and then it's back. Everyone's losing weight for their bikini body, and I've got gala dress
body. Are you gala body ready?
And a daughter at home to try and manage, so you will have to give me tips on that, of how to juggle gala life.
Call your mum. That's what I did. I called my mum, and she stayed with me for 2 weeks. That's the only way I got through it, in all honesty.
I'll get her. She'll want to come though, my mum and dad. That's the problem. And Rosanna thought she was speaking at the event, so...
Yeah, DET won't allow it, sorry. Regulation hat on.
Oh, here she is, the legal in the two of us. Yeah, I'm excited. So many people already
It's fun
said they
though,
want
isn't
to
it?
come.
It's fun. The preparation.
I don't know.
It's exciting.
That's the difference between you and me. You're excited by that. For me, it's stressful. I'm a numbers. Let's get these things over the line. Let me make sure that the money's in. Let's the sponsorships in. Everything else in between. Bums on seats. Then we can take a deep breath because there's so much at stake. I mean, 50% of our income is made on that one night. Yeah. Within 6 months of last year's event, I've been on the ground for the last 4.5 months, and I can see 5,000 lives are now being benefited from one night. The pressure to be able to do that again this year for another 5,000 people, obviously it's life-changing, but busy time of the year. Everyone's holding events in November the 22nd, but I don't think there's another night in the calendar in the year that's going to give you that type of event that's going to enable you within 6 months to change 5,000 lives. And that is what Sparkle Gala is offering.
It's unheard of, but we do it. Yeah.
And let's keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sky's the limit. And that'll be the last pun that I'm giving for a clue for where the event is.